Katowice final. We are in day 2, and I can tell you that day 1 yesterday was a phenomenal cracker. We saw an upset, we saw all sorts of different changes, and I can tell you that what's going to come today is going to be nothing short of an epic battle, and it's all going to be brought here for you and you watching at home. So, what does it mean to go into the quarterfinals today? Well, it means that there are teams already getting prepped behind me that are going to play their absolute hearts out in a best of 3 to go home and take with them that tasty, tasty $250,000. Where are we? We are in the glorious Spodek Arena in the lovely Poland. Put your hands together, guys. You're absolutely awesome. We have a great audience here. Goosebumps, that is phenomenal. I can tell, just like me, you guys are excited about what will be a great, great day. But of course, don't take it just from me. We have a team backstage that will be doing the casting, analysts, and looking into the nitty-gritty details, so you are guaranteed to enjoy the absolute best. So, without further ado, or more words from me, let's go over to my main man, Scott. Take it away.
Hey, thank you, Sean. Nice to see you on the big stage. I miss you, though, but I'm joined by the sexy and talented Jason Kaplan. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. You can't miss him much when I'm here, I have to say. I mean, you traded a British man for an American?
I'm okay with that.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
2 Americans here at the desk, and we have 1 American team coming into the entirety of the playoffs. But I'm doing good. I'm excited to see what happens today. We had so many upsets yesterday, and I'm kind of hoping for a couple of ones today.
I mean, looking at this bracket, it is crazy, you know, and obviously, Sean's going to take care of the front of house, if you will. We're going to take care of kind of some of the business today before we get rolling in the first match. So obviously, as Sean mentioned, $250,000, $250,000, sounds even sexier, given to us by the fans of Counter-Strike Go. Why don't you walk us through a little bit of how the esports keys work, and then, you know, how the drops are working if you're watching today?
All right, so it's kind of like what they did for the Compendium, what Valve is doing, where you can buy some keys, you can unlock some cases that you can get via drops in-game, or drops obviously via the marketplace you can pick up. Every time you open up a case, you get a little bit of a chunk of that, it's saved up, and then eventually we get these awesome $250,000 tournaments coming eventually, and also the drops that we have today. We're obviously doing like a special drop for you guys at home for Katowice. As long as you're watching the stream or watching in Go TV, and you have your Steam account linked to your Twitch account, you will be qualified into a potential drop. Obviously, there's a lot of people, you know, watching, so the chance of getting one is a little bit slim, but it's always there, and you get a special little nice item inside.
Very nice. And again, you know, as we talked about a lot yesterday, and entirely fan-funded, if you will, in that sense. And DreamHack winner, $250,000. Now we've got another $250,000, so we're at about $500,000 in about 4 months' time. And keys are for sale right now. So we're going to do this again and again and again. You know, my hope is by the end of 2014, we got $1 million.
I think it might come quicker than that.
Oh, man. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so what we got now, we're going to go back to Sean. He's got some stuff with the actual players of our first match, which is Dignitas versus HellRaisers. Back to you, Sean.
Thank you so much, Scott. And as you said, we do have the first of our videos, which will be for Team Dignitas. So let's enjoy the seats and enjoy this big screen behind me and have a look at our first video of the day.
We feel really great that we made it out of the group stage. We faced some really good opponents, and it's a big relief to make it out of the group. We're really happy to be part of Team Dignitas. It's a really big organization, and they support us in every possible way. We now have a manager and we have our coach, so it's really big, and it's a big deal for us to be in such a professional organization.
So Cajun brings like tactics and more mind to the game than Nico. Nico's like an Auber, and now we are stuck with Fetish, but it's okay. But yeah, instead of Nico, we got like the best player in Denmark, so it's great.
We prepared in terms of like we wanted to play as much as possible. The last tournament we participated in was the DreamHack Invitational, and it didn't really go that good for us. We just got destroyed. So we knew that we had to go home and figure out some new stuff. And we also needed a lot of confidence because we lost a lot of confidence in that event. So it's really good to be able to go through the group stage and actually get the confidence back. And definitely also really great that we have figured out what to do and so we can start improving our play.
We're in Team Dignitas. Any boss on the first one?
I tell you right now, I love watching those videos. It's awesome to get a little look at what was going on yesterday, what taught them and brought them through to today. And I have to say, Team Dignitas is looking good. But of course, they also have to get past somebody today. And in order to do that in the best of 3, they're gonna have to go up against HellRaisers. So let's have a look at their video now.
How did it feel to defeat
The best team in the world.
the best? Probably. I'm not sure that Very Games or Titans is the best team at the moment. There's a lot of teams now, like 8 or 10, who beat anyone else. So I'm not sure about it.
But it's feeling okay, really good.
Hey, yeah.
Really great feeling.
It doesn't change it. It's okay.
We're feeling okay after that win in the group stage, and tomorrow we'll calm down a little bit, but we'll remember that great emotions of winning, and hope it will help us to win the
To repeat
next
these
game.
emotions, yeah.
After this group stage, we feel more confident now.
We didn't prepare well this time because we find new organization just a week ago, and we didn't have properly boot camp like other teams. So we didn't prepare well. Because we passed group, I don't think this makes us stronger. We're still pretty random at the moment.
We rise from hell.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together because it is my distinct honor to welcome to the stage right now, Team Dignitas! Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Team Dignitas and of course, Fetish standing next to me right now. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing very good.
How are you feeling after yesterday?
I'm feeling great. It was really nice to get out of the groups, so I'm feeling really happy.
Did you see any upsets yesterday?
Yeah, well, Titan going out is a massive upset, so yeah, that's a big upset.
Any predictions for today?
We win.
I hope you do.
Thanks.
Any final words?
Well, it's nice to be here, and Poland is really great.
Poland is really great. Round of applause for you guys, and round of applause for Team Dignitas. Good luck, guys. And of course, there's no match without a second team, so once again, put your hands together, Poland, for HellRaisers. Angel, how are you doing?
Good, I think.
And obviously, the guys from Dignitas already mentioned it. A little bit of an upset yesterday. How did you find yesterday's the group stages?
Well, it was good, I think. We passed it, so everything else doesn't matter.
Eye on the prize. I like that attitude. And what about today? Any predictions for yourself?
I'm going to see a tough game, and I'm not sure who will go in, but we'll do our best.
doing their best. That's all anybody can ask. Please, guys, put your hands together one more time for Angel and, of course, the HellRaisers. Guys, you are absolutely wonderful, and this sounds like it's going to be an absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome game. But of course, you don't want to hear about it from me. We want to hear about it, the always wonderful, the always wise Sir Scott.
Sean, you are too kind to us over here. So, really exciting stuff. Before we get into this actual match, though, let's go ahead and look at the bracket for today. And we'll kind of walk everyone through what they're going to see today, what they're going to see tomorrow. And then we're going to dump right into, obviously, a little bit more detail about Dignitas HellRaisers. So, as you can see, we've got Dignitas obviously taking on HellRaisers. Now, right below them, obviously, the next game's going to be, on the bracket at least, NIP versus Complexity. So obviously, that's that bracket is looking crazy. You then obviously have virtus.pro, LDLC, and then LGB taking on Fnatic. So obviously, no easy matches for anybody. But I don't know, if you had your choice, which side would you rather come out of? Any thoughts on that? Am I putting you on the spot?
If I'm looking at it, just in terms of past results, what happened yesterday, I would not want to be on the top side.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have HellRaisers who beat Titan, you have Dignitas who kind of walk through their group a little bit. I mean, they had ridiculous scorelines come into every single match. It's really tough to go up against that, not to mention you have NIP, who looked so dominant yesterday. Even I think Lauren called it out. If Get Right can play like that every single day and every single match coming into this, NIP will win, hands down. And look at the other side. I mean, you know, virtus.pro, they beat Titan as well. It was a little bit more one-sided than the game with HellRaisers. LGB and Fnatic. Fnatic had a little bit of a tough time against Reason, where they unfortunately lost against them. I don't know. I really want to see how this goes, but top side, definitely. That's like the dirty side of the bracket.
Yeah, and like Complexity, talk about it being a dark horse. I mean, you know, we left last night and it was tied up 12-12.
Right.
You know, so they obviously both traded CT good sides on that on Nuke. So that was kind of a surprising result to see.
And not to mention the fact that Complexity even has said they didn't really have any time to practice, but they still felt really confident. And that to me is, you know, you have to say that if you're being interviewed. You have to say, yeah, we're confident, we're going to win the groups, but to actually back it up, too, is a really cool thing for me to see. But they're up against probably one of the best, if not the best, European teams right now, Ninjas in Pajamas. There's potential for them to do it, but that's obviously coming up a little bit later on today.
Whew. And again, these are all best of threes today now, so that gives us a little bit more determination to see the best team of the matchups, and we're at single elimination. So obviously, you lose, you go home. Little better though, because these guys are at least all taking home $10,000. The top 8, 5 to 8, 10 grand. So that's not too bad. And then to give you guys the order of today, in case you haven't seen it online, and by the way, online, Reddit's got a big hub going for coverage. Obviously, HalfLifeTV.org, all the other websites, eSports Heaven, everyone else is hitting it. You guys have a brand new killer website that's got all sorts of great information, interviews, graphics, all that kind of good stuff. So there's all sorts of information for you out there, folks. All sorts of streams, different languages, 2 POV streams, which is really, really cool. If you want to listen in on Dignitas and watch just their 5 guys, we've got a stream for that. Same thing for HellRaisers. You can listen to their team speak, you can hear how they communicate, which really separates the men from the boys, communication in this game.
Yeah.
You just want to go to Twitch TV, ESL TV _POV1 or POV2, and that'll get you each team's POV. So really, really cool stuff. So, first matchup is going to be, for you guys, just so you know, Dignitas HellRaiser, obviously. Second match we're doing today is virtus.pro versus LDLC. Then we'll do NIP versus Complexity. And then tomorrow, we start off the day with LGB versus Fnatic.
Yeah, so should be some really good games. I'm actually excited to see how the virtus.pro game goes against LDLC, considering virtus.pro, they did very well. I mean, they had a very close game versus HellRaisers. I won't say that was even far from that. But then they walked over Titan. And they're in front of their home crowd, which is the key thing. They have thousands of fans out there screaming for them. Is it going to elevate their skill to the next level, or are they going to crumble under the pressure? And I hope for the former of those two.
Yeah, and when we interviewed Taz, like I think it's a very positive motivator for them. You know, and you've got 3 guys that traveled the world for years and played on big stages, and 2 new guys, right? And, you know, he's hoping that at the end of this, they have a trophy in their hand and they're the new Golden 5. So we'll see.
I like how they care about the trophy more than the $100,000.
Yeah, he didn't mention a word about the money. It was all about the trophy and winning at home. So that's actually really, really cool.
I'll take his cut then. It's okay.
Yeah, he'd probably give it to us. Fellow old guy. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more detail about Dignitas.
Yeah, Dignitas and HellRaisers. It's going to be really interesting to see how this one goes here. And I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how Dignitas coming off the back of yesterday, if they're going to be able to carry that momentum that they, had going for them. Obviously, kind of Copenhagen Wolves with the 3 men coming in. They were a very strong core team, and I really want to know if they can bring it yet again here today.
Yeah, and we have actually the maps here. They've given us our map picks. Sorry for my little stutter there. I got handed a note. Let's look at actually, we have some stats while we're going through this. So if we can get the stats on the big screen behind me, I can actually see them. That would be awesome. You guys can see them. These are really cool stats.
What's really cool about these stats is the fact that you can look at, kill per round and death per round, which you look at it at play lane, you're just kind of like, that's not really a big deal. Who cares? But if you look at long term and how they perform from event to event to event, you can see who's doing really well, who's kind of slacking within a team. And as you can see on the left side of your screen, Dupree, a 1.39 kill death ratio, 21 headshots, and a 45% headshot ratio.
And then one thing to note, folks at home, these stats are from yesterday. These stats we keep showing you this weekend will always be how they did here, which is kind of cool. So it just gives you a snapshot. It's not a historical set of stats for each player.
One thing I noticed here, actually, Device, 0.91 kill death ratio. He was not having the best of games, and to me that worries me actually a little bit, because he's usually one of the core players of the team, and to not be performing well worries me a little bit. But then the fact that they had such dominating score lines against Fnatic, easy to believe that everyone else is stepping up, and he can afford to do that here.
And let's go ahead and look at HellRaisers stats, and then we'll get this thing rocking and rolling.
And you can see their faces. I mean, they're focused. I mean, this is obviously one of the biggest tournaments for them, kicking off the year for it, and they look, HellRaisers right now, they actually look excited. They look happy, look like they're enjoying things, and
here, okay,
we'll see if that happens.
Our stats. Yeah, and again, they got a lot to prove, right? These guys, HellRaisers.
Dozier, God, that man, that man yesterday against Titan.
He's a beast.
Ridiculous.
34. Look at this kid. Look at this kid.
Yeah, 1.68 KD ratio, 50 headshots with a 60% headshot rate with 1 clutch. It's just, if you look at this, even Markov, 4 clutches. There was that 1 versus 3 technically that he had inside Inferno on Dust 2, inside that ace site that he won that round. If they probably lost that would have turned things completely around.
Absolutely. And it looks like got a lot of AK lovers.
Not a lot of ops out of them, which honestly can be deadly in its own right. Yeah, you can have that person really be there to opt to hold down certain areas like we saw Kenny S doing. But then again, on the map that we're going to be having coming into this, it's not necessarily as something you really need.
Okay, so we good stuff. Thanks for the stats. What we have now is the map picks. So first off, it worked similar to yesterday, but basically the teams each got to veto a map, and then they traded picking the order of the maps. So we vetoed Train and Nuke. We're not playing those. First map's going to be Dust 2. Second map's going to be Mirage. And if we have to play a third map, it's going to be our fan favorite.
We better get to a
Inferno.
Third map. Yeah. And obviously Train, kind of funny. I don't think it's been played the entire tournament so far. Nuke been played twice max, I believe it is so far. Obviously, you want to take the more balanced maps, or the maps you're more comfortable on, and Dust 2 to kick things off, pretty much the most old school map you could ever go to. I'm actually really curious to see how this is going to work out, because I think HellRaisers might have an advantage in the form of Markov with that AWP if he decides to use it.
Yeah, and again, I think the Train thing just speaks volumes about how the pro teams just really don't like it. It definitely needs to be tweaked.
That's what's weird to me is I see across different games, like certain maps or certain things not being played, but then people somehow get into it, and I don't know where everyone's playing it. And I don't know, obviously, since I'm not, long time withstanding in the CS community, I'm curious, is it based off of just the map alone, or is it based off of teams not really being comfortable, not wanting to learn all the nuances of it?
Yeah, I think, everyone gets a little, lazy is the wrong word, but you get set in your ways, right? And it's not the old Train. It was changed enough. Train was always CT-sided, but it is really CT-sided right now. And again, it's that if you end up on the T side, you don't want to start down a bunch. It's like Nuke, but worse in that sense, right? And again, it was one of my favorite maps in 1.6.
And also, I like how you said it's very heavy CT side, because HellRaisers have that problem of, on the T side, they're very slow, they're based around individual play, and these are maps that you need to play strategically on if you want to have chances of winning them.
Yep. And again, they just drastically changed it. Bomb site, especially the outer one, is totally
Train,
different.
The double op hump is so hard to deal with. It really is.
Great. I mean, they just lock it down, Again, it just maybe Valve looks at all these stats and eventually just kind of tweaks it, keeps tweaking it.
See, that's I'd like to see, actually.
Hi, Volcano. How are you? All right. So we got our maps. We got our teams. Can I ask you for a prediction?
Can I ask you first, and then I can sit on mine for a little bit?
You know, it's really exciting that Dignitas is back in CS and they got a new crew. But I'm going to go with, you know, the region favorites here in CIS and go with HellRaisers.
I think I have to join on that one, actually. Just seeing the map pool alone. Dust 2, Mirage, Inferno. Doze on Inferno, ridiculous. Doze on Mirage as well was ridiculous. That we saw in their 2 games versus virtus.pro and obviously Titan. Dust 2, that one's the throw up to me. I think if maybe Dignitas can win this map, they might have a good chance coming into it. But if they drop the first one, I think that's it.
Yeah, exactly. So, folks, we're just about ready. Feel free to hit us at ESL on our Twitter or EMS One with your own predictions. And let's go to our casters. Let's see who we have over there. Oh, my God. We have the magnificent Stuart and the ever-lovely Lauren. To you guys.
Scott, what a beautiful introduction. If I could spend the next hour talking about you, Scott, I would. But unfortunately, we have other things, other matters to attend to.
Real shame, to be fair.
Yeah. So, Dignitas versus HellRaisers, all players in the server. We're about to kick this one off very, very shortly. And I'll tell you, every time, to follow on from their predictions, every time I back this Dignitas or previously Copenhagen Wolves team, they always throw it away.
Okay,
so I can never predict
them
to win. I'm just not going to throw any predictions out. But
okay.
Back to DreamHack Winter and through, they always, whenever I get excited about them, manage to deflate said excitement.
Well, I'm not sure what to make of this so far. You know, HellRaisers yesterday were formidable. They were absolutely on point, but I didn't get to see much of Dignitas yet. As you know previously, they are a great team, but I don't know what I should really predict on this one. HellRaisers, I think, maybe, just because of the way Dozier was playing pretty much in Kucha. But then, you know, you can say the same for Cajun B to an extent. You know, they've got Dupree in the mix. Every team's got their star players, but Dust 2, you know.
So these two teams have met before. They met at DreamHack Winter in the group stages. It was a very important match to see who would come out first or second out of that group. That was on Nuke, and you wonder whether that played a part in Nuke being removed from the pool today. But Dignitas, or then Copenhagen Wolves, won 16-7 against Copenhagen Wolves at that point. And it was actually interesting in that one. Device, who delivered the biggest for them in that game. So Device and Nico in that one. Now, we live in a post-Nico world, and we'll see how that affects things.
And I think we need to look back to the interview as well, as how they seem quite blasé to the fact that Nico is now gone. Great player, but just an AWPer. Now we have one of the better players in the world.
It was a phenomenal statement. He said, once we had Nico, now we have the best player in Denmark. It was a phenomenal quote there, and I wonder whether there was any hostility in it. Both players since DreamHack Winter have made one change. The HellRaisers side, and both have changed organizations as well. So we'll see. We are going to get this game underway in just 15 seconds. So best of 3. That changes a lot as well. Results that maybe yesterday would have surprised. You can now have a more larger air of legitimacy, you could say. And so we'll see. Lauren, take us away for the pistol round.
Well, we know it's so important on this map. It's, you know, we finally get that chance to take the confidence building, and I think we are just about ready to get underway. So I finally can actually hear myself again. That's a bonus. On the T side, it will be HellRaisers, and the CT side will be Team Dignitas. Now, pistol alone, I'm not sure where I want to be really putting my money on this one, but I'm going to give it to HellRaisers. I think they need that good start to get behind them. And at the moment, it seems as though they are just taking their time. Got 2 men going down long for the CT side of Team Dignitas. Cajun B, you know, got quite aggressive early on. He's made his way to those low V tunnels. He could really do some damage here, and actually the T-side are going up short. Oh my word, Cajun B has arrived. Call it a fluke if you want to on Nuke, but that is the ideal start for this man on Dust 2. So, Device now finding Dozier. The only one really to replace so far being Markov, but he's doing a great job of it. 2 in a row, Device and Dupree both down, making Cajun B go on the hunt for him. Oh, beautiful work from Cajun B. Can he get any more? He's already got 3, and there we have it. Cajun B has arrived, and you know there are people questioning it was Nuke. His performance was a bit of a fluke there. Let's look it over it. I think he's just turned up today.
Yeah, big round from Cajun B. Those first 2 frags, absolutely beautiful. And now he has delivered for Dignitas right when they need him. Positive start here on day 2 of REM Katowice, and it'll be it'll be Dignitas who push forward now, look to convert, and they'll look to this CT side as being a real opportunity for them to stretch into what should be a 3-round lead. They sit relatively passively. We've got, they did run Dupree and Device into the B site, but have just pulled them out. No move really from the HellRaisers side. They've got Kusha with the bomb just coming through the B corridors now. They'll all meet up in the middle, and there you go. You can see what I'm talking about as Kusha's going to push in. And the boxes being drawn by the effervescent Steel, our eagle-eyed observer. Here we go. Zipnix now to see some action with that Famus as the push comes in straight over catwalking in towards that A site, and it'll be Zipnix with 1, 2, KGB with the 3rd, and let's see, can KGB help himself to another? Well, Zipnix does as well, and a clean first pistol round conversion.
Yeah, indeed. And I do like the way we've got the camera right in Dozier's face, basically, in the bottom right there. This man looked so calm and so blasé to all of this, yet his kill-to-death ratio, everything he had was absolutely phenomenal to this point. And I'm hoping we can see a little bit more from him. Obviously, very early days so far, not yet being able to make a kill on the board. But we are seeing a bit of a change-up here. It does seem as though the T-side will be heading over towards that B-bomb site. Dupree immediately smoking, nading up, and we are seeing them splitting down towards lower. Only Dozier really hanging around there. The rest of the boys are off, and actually straight through mid into the eyes of KGB, who turns around at the worst time, but it doesn't matter. Oh, nice play there. Picking up 2 back-to-back, but Kucha does find him eventually, and now Device and the rest of the boys should be able to clean up the 2 remainers. There's Dozier and Kucha, the 2 big hitters from yesterday's games. Whether or not they'll cause any sort of trouble here, very different matters. They are in the B site. Getting the bomb down would be a bit of a miracle right now. I do believe they actually did get the bomb planted. They've lost Dozier, but still, bomb plant down. 1 kill. If they can make it 2, that'd be not too bad. And there we have it. It does seem as though another round, 3 runs in a row to Team Dignitas. Not too surprising. Quite cleanly played as well. I think they've lost 3 players overall.
Yes, excellent work from Team Dignitas to push that out. And we move on to the first buy round for the team, the artists formerly known as the Astana Dragons, now the HellRaisers. As we'll see what they have to offer here. Looks like they're going to leave Markloff in the middle to eye up. Let's see whether he sees. He sees absolutely nothing, and Dozier will take a look long A. They've got 2 players in B tunnels, and the HellRaisers side just sit back, see whether there's a pick to be had. And Dignitas on the other side of the fence, leaving themselves nice and deep. Don't need to commit anything now. Device has got a big role to play there as the grenades come flying past he and Dupree as they stacked up by those double doors, and they'll nade up towards the catwalk. Actually do a little bit of damage to Angel and Adren, but not enough to really write home about. And now you'll see Fetish on the back. We switch over to Zipnix. Zipnix is maybe going to get action, but again, the HellRaisers side still sat on that catwalk, haven't made their commitment in towards A. 2-3 players still sat actually in the middle. You got 1 deep in B, 1 just on the other side by the double doors, and Dupree now making the move through spawn over towards the A site. And that's just in the nick of time, because you're going to see 4 men ready to make their assault. They've been flashed, but they're going to go anyway, and Dupree's going to see a lot of loving here. That Famas sees the first action, drops man 1-1. Zipnix follows in, and Adren will go down, and Dignitas have the opening 2 frags here. Reinforcements slow to come through spawn, but they'll do, as Dupree now opens up, headshot, drops the next man. It's Kusha that goes down. Dozier not going down without a fight, picks up frags 1 and 2. Dupree and Fetish both out, dispatched with a headshot and a smile, as it'll help with a 3rd frag. Zipnix out for the count, and Dignitas too slow on the rotation there to get KGB and Device in that site. But now Markov will go down in the hands from Device, and let's see whether they can finish off Dozier. He's going to have to deliver an ace if he wants it. He's going to go for this first one, gets it, but there's KGB almost for Dozier, and he is a bull Dozier this morning with 4 frags, and that's going to be round number 4 to Dignitas. But HellRaisers make it expensive.
And I've got to say, if only Markov didn't get caught out then on short. If he just played it, a little bit cooler, obviously hindsight 2020, but Dozier then was literally a one-man machine, and he barely broke a sweat. He looks so calm during all of this. He's the man as close as you can be on the screen. Obviously going to be buying back up into this, but 4-0, Dignitas doing very well, but I don't think anyone could have expected Dozier to be able to pull off something like that. But we are seeing Markov now running with that AWP still. Smoke's going down mid, and had a little bit of a chat with Steel earlier about the two kind of very contrasting styles here. You know, Team Dignitas preferring more of a split and push kind of ordeal, and HellRaisers more that setup, you know, Smokes in place and very, very regimented style. But at the moment, you know, I don't think HellRaisers have had really too much of an opportunity to really kind of slip into that style that they may be a little bit more known for. But on the screen right now, Dozier certainly doing well, but ooh, that is a big tag early on. That is gonna hurt, and we know whoever that is in pit, I think it's Fetish, is gonna be feeling pleased with that one. Take Dozier down to only 11 HP, that's a massive threat, almost removed off the board, but HellRaisers still taking their time. Fetish round the back, this is big, beautiful play from Fetish, waiting for that sound of them just to walk away, but he finally gets caught by Angel, but just to throw these guys off already is perfect stuff. And Dozier being down, the man who got 4 of his teammates. So Dupree now waits, gets caught by Kucha. HellRaisers have now got the advantage, finally. They've lost a bit of health, but still, one man up to the good. Angel, Adren, Markloff, and Kucha both looking towards A. Device, it's got a long way to rotate. Xyp9x could be in trouble if these guys get that fast execution going. And here we go, T-side comes flooding in. Adren this time opens up, but Cajun.B lazy away with the orb. Oh, nicely done by Markloff there and Angel. First round on the board for HellRaisers, and they needed that one.
It's really hard to kind of analyze at that point, because you look at what Cajun.B did down on long A and pushing, extending all the way down through those through the gates. When he got that first frag, you think this is great. When he went for the second frag and when he eventually lost, had he then decided, right, I know long A is unoccupied, I can just sit in, sit far down, he was perfect. But what he did by getting killed was he forced Xyp9x to go charging down long A. It left Catwalk exposed, and it really left the HellRaisers defense in a little bit of a, Dignitas defense in a little bit of a muddle, and HellRaisers picked up their first round. So big news for the Ukrainians, who will spy through the wall. Adren gets himself the frag onto Device, and Device just couldn't believe it happened. Dupree will see action as well. Big grenade there. He's down to half health. So perfect start here for HellRaisers. They've sat back, they've rattled off, they've done 150 damage over 2 players, and have moved on through towards that double doors. Angel will push in, and has nothing there. Xyp9x just taking a peek down on the catwalk, has the smoke for cover, and is just trying to find a little information out. They know, they can hear, they can feel what's going on, but they can't see it. Cajun.B picks himself up the kill onto Adren though, and now it's Angel who'll avenge with a frag onto Xyp9x and Fetish, and what single-handedly opens up that catwalk area for the A site to become HellRaiser property. And they're going to move the bomb down through long A with Kucha, Cajun.B and Dupree still alive, and they're going to try and hold on to that AWP, and Dupree will sit as far back in B as he possibly can. But this is going to be a second round in a row to HellRaisers. And
I've got to say it, they are looking pretty confident then. You know, Angel opening up on short, as you mentioned, really vital play, and I don't think he expected the second player, but he handled it perfectly, and Cajun.B does try have a little bit of a cheeky shot on the way out, but going to back away safely and hopefully wait for that bomb to go. But, you know, credit to HellRaisers, only losing 1 man and having a full, you know, team taking over the A site. It's not exactly a easy feat, and they've certainly pulled it off. They're back in their hell away. Dozier is going hunting, but I don't think he's going to make it there in time. So only losing 1 member, bomb plant, another round on the board. Perfectly done for HellRaisers. That's why they need to really keep going.
Those are the rounds where tactics go out the window, really.
Yeah.
1 man taking down 2 and just shutting down an A defense in 1 foul move is why he's in your team, why you want him there.
Pretty much, and well, let's see if he can do any more. Obviously, that was Angel, the man we had that beautiful chat with earlier with Sean, and they look quite calm, to be fair. You know, you look towards Dignitas, they look pumped up, they're happy to get out of groups, whereas, you know, HellRaisers, they just look calm, chilled out, and they're, you know, ready to do their business, pretty much. So Cajun.B does go for a peek, but you're taking on Markloff, and that can be a mistake. But we are seeing the CT side with just, you know, a bit of a mixed bag in there. You've got the AK with Fetish, you've got Dupree with an M4, but the rest, I think, just having pistol. Oh, no, the ops are there now. They're just confusing me for a bit, but still. It seems though Adren and Co, they're just breaking through on A every time now. So Angel just taking his time on short. 3 remaining players for the CT side. Don't really have a way in here. They've been locked out of the site. Fetish probably could maybe have a little bit of a go at Angel, but that's about it. And is it really worth it? Literally centimeters apart now. Fetish in the smoke, and I think there was a little bit of sound. Obviously, the bomb is going off on A. Angel has found Fetish, and there we have it. Another round just being saved back. Zipnix and Dupree, and you know, HellRaisers, they're brute forcing their way through A. It's not pretty, it's not beautiful, but it's just damn well working.
Ultimately, in that round, Dignitas did nothing. They came with 2 weapons, and they got away with 2 weapons in the end. It was an eco round, and the 3 players, well, they lost Cajun with the AWP, but with Zipnix, the moment that he went down, Zipnix's first job was get that AWP and then get back to B, because we know we're not going to win this round. So that's pretty efficient from Dignitas in the end, and we'll see what they can do here on a full buy up against the HellRaisers side. And Markelov setting the tone in that last one, taking on Cajun and winning. And let's see whether he's able to further assist as Dozier pushes out. And again, we see very methodical play from the HellRaisers side. They have 2-3 players in B tunnels, and they'll wait and see what they can get before making any commitments. And what's interesting is you saw the stats before the game. Adren's stats was negative 50% on his kill-death ratio. You know, he was fodder yesterday, and that actually hasn't changed in this one. He's 3 for 6 and still maintaining that 0.5 ratio. I'm interested to see, because Adren is often first man in, so it's a pretty tough role for anyone to play. And as long as HellRaisers manage to maintain themselves in their tournament, fodder may be acceptable. It's going to be a B push, though. Here we go. Kusha will lead the charge in. There are 2 guns trained on them, and it'll be a Dupree who sees action and frags. Dupree with 2, Device with 1. Markelov in the end shutting down Device with that AWP, but the job's been done. Zipnix is rotating through B tunnels as well to try and pincer down the Ukrainian assault, and he will do exactly that with a double frag. Great work from Dignitas on their B defense.
That was beautiful play. Really, really well done. I love the setup as well. Perfect crossfires, every angle covered off, and it paid out perfectly. So we are seeing the scoreline at 5-3. Dignitas still in the lead, but not by a long way right now. You know, but they did obviously get the first pistols. They rolled off the back of that. So let's see how they can take it even further. Nice opener from Markelov there. That is what HellRaisers wanted. That is Dupree down, a pivotal member. And I'm surprised we've not seen anything more towards B, because the CT side are scrambling by A, trying to make sure the deficit is now covered. As Device looking for a bit of a pixel out place, anything he can find. And the T side haven't, overly committed anywhere. Even after that opening pick, they're still just taking the time. They know they've, had to force the likes of Cajun B to now focus completely on the B side, but Zipnix holding down A like a champ, finding Angel, and now Dignitas just slowing things down. They've got it all even, but Adren, good spot here. Cajun B falling onto Kucha as well. He's actually not going to go for it as well, backing away, just testing the water. 3 players now remaining. Adren, Dozier, and Markelov need to be able to do something. Dozier keeping the attention of Fetish there by long, but not going for it. Device, however, if they do go up short, could get a great little peek on these guys. And I think they are actually going for it. He does get one tagged up. That's Markelov in trouble. That nade could really cause pain. He's taken down Markelov. Dozier swiftly gets into the action, and now Cajun B needs to back away. You can't just flat out challenge Dozier. Let's remember what he did to that team only moments ago, and it's going to be a 1v2. Cajun B needs to hold on to this site. They're going through the B tunnels. He's caught a glimpse, and that's all he needs. He's taken down Adren. Can he find any more for the triple kill? He spotted him. He's caught a glimpse, but here comes Fetish, and Fetish will do the job. And there we have it. Nicely played from Dignitas, being drawn all over the map by HellRaisers, but just meeting them on every point.
You've got to give a lot of credit to Cajun B. The moment that first frag came in, I forget who it was on the first died first. I think it was Dupree who died straight off. He rotated straight over towards B, sat double doors on B first, then moved down to double doors on spawn side, and was just a constant thorn in their side. Cajun B was the difference in that round, and let's see whether he can maintain that form. Here is he'll see action onto Dozier, and we'll see the Dignitas side. It's a safe round, but Cajun B still going fly swatting as he will push back and Fetish. You've got to take the shots that come your way, and he certainly did that. But Markelov reminding us that he's come to play as well. But we're in a 2-on-4, and Dignitas should be able to close this one out. This will put Dignitas up at 7-3. They'd look at that on CT side and say, that's a perfect opening 10 rounds. We'd expect to lose a couple, but to be 4 up at this stage, great stuff for them.
Yeah, most certainly. As you mentioned, it's a T-sided map pretty much these days, and to be looking fairly confident on the CT side, yeah, it's a great start for them. We are seeing a fully decked out T-side this time. They've got the head armor, they've got everything they wanted. This is where HellRaisers need to make their impact. Let's see if KGB can do any work from the start. Last couple of rounds, he's been vital, but look at Device. Device is going aggressive. This could throw off the complete T-side, and he's found one. That's Angel down, but he knows there's normally another here. It's Dozier. Dozier and Angel running in the pair that generally challenge Fetish, who has just gone down, but there's Zipnik's lovely play, and oh, Device really causing trouble, but Markelov finally removes him. But look at that, the T-side now backed all the way to spawn. It is, however, a 3v3, let's remember. It was brought back all even. So Cajun B, Zipnik's, Dupree up against Adren, Kucha, and Markelov. Markelov, Adren, and Co. are still by long 8. You have to really make their mind up where they want to go. There's 1 minute on the board. No, there's still that orb in play. They're being cautious as hell. Adren is literally terrified of every corner. And Markelov doing a solo split towards B. This is an interesting play. Markelov only on 19 HP. Maybe the bait, maybe trying to draw anyone away from Dignitas. Keep your eye on that time limit because there's only 35 seconds. Markov now needs to get the attention as much as possible, maybe do some damage. There is one player still on short, so this could work. They are drawing the players away from A. Markelov might have just done the job. He's allowed his teammates to slip through down long. They haven't crossed the bomb site just yet, but they're going to do it unscathed. 15 seconds remaining. This one bit of play is absolutely brilliant. Suddenly, Zipnik's wakes up to the fact that the bomb is down on A. Markelov's up on short. Can he get the kill? Oh, he did it a little bit too early. If only he'd waited a couple more seconds. But Zipnik's does find Markelov. Dupree will join him up on short. And now we wait. Kucha and Adren. Adren not yet performing, but this is the time to shine. 3 players now pouring in. Kucha was phenomenal yesterday. Not going to be landing it today. Cajun B up in the mix. And now Adren just falls to Zipnik's. And no matter how beautiful the play was, Dignitas just handled business.
Great after-plant situation there from Dignitas. Moved up. Well, Zipnik's frag on Markelov was crucial. That allowed them to come as 3 up against on Catwalk. They went hand in hand, 3-on-1, 3-on-1, and they were always going to win that situation, having got that first frag. So nice work, Dignitas. They're up by 8-3. The T-side have bought all they can and have left nothing in the bank. They need to win this round. Limited nades for them to deliver, but we're going to see Markelov with the bomb sat back in spawn. They push 2 into B tunnels, and Device is going to meet them head on. Dozier gets a frag on the other side. It's Fetish that goes down, and Device is looking for them. Gets the first frag, gets the kill onto Kusha. Adren had left down towards where we now see Angel. So interesting trade of frags here. And I think Dignitas still none the wiser as to where the HellRaisers plan to attack from. Potentially HellRaisers, not sure either, but they're getting frags. Dozier and Angel have 1 each. Challenged by Cajun B with the frag onto Angel, leaves us in a 2-on-3. Cajun B and Device, the 3 HellRaisers players now all in the middle. 1 dig player per bomb site. And like the parting of the waves, you see the HellRaisers players charging through the middle. There's no eyes on that area of the map currently from Dignitas. Cajun B, not sure where he can sit comfortably, and it's going to be a sandwich up towards B. Markelov has the bomb in B tunnels. Device is going to see a lot of loving very soon, as Cajun B will now call it. He's down. Oh, no, he was not. Device will wait. He doesn't see them coming in on the right. Device, wake up! And Dozier picks him off, and now HellRaisers will move the bomb in, and Cajun B will realize he can't get in there, so he'll pull off. HellRaisers pick up a round. They had to win. They would have been saving if they didn't, and that'll push it up to 8-4.
I feel like he was like on a 20 FOV, you know what I mean? He was just literally, you could just see straight in front of him and nothing beyond that. Not sure what happened then. I kind of want to find out what the hell he just saw or what he didn't see, because literally oblivious. But Cajun B, I'm pretty sure Cajun B is going to escape. I don't think they've got enough time to chase him down. But still, Dignitas, obviously another round of the ball for HellRaisers, but got to say, I didn't get to see much of Dignitas yesterday. They're looking pretty damn good. That was very damn close.
They don't chase him out. They can't afford the death
themselves. I was about to say,
HellRaisers.
it's a little bit of a dangerous time. There we go. So Obviously, HellRaisers starting to pick up, but maybe too little too late. But if they get the last couple of rounds, not the ideal T side, but still not atrocious. And a lot of people argue that HellRaisers are a better defensive team overall. They prefer that style. They're more kind of clinical and set up, so it might pay into their favor maybe. And I talk to a lot of these players about side bias, and they're like, it doesn't even matter what the overall bias is. It all comes down to the team you're playing. Some prefer the T side. Oh, that's going to really throw Device off, but the T side are making their way towards that B side. There is a hell of a lot of them. Dupree has become fully dedicated here as Angel does find Device. Dupree yet to show himself. Oh, but Cajun B is turned up. He's taken down 2 already. Can he get any support here? Dozier looking frustrated, but he's still very much alive and kicking. But look where that bomb is. Dupree's found Markelov. Cajun B just toying with him. Dupree finds another, and now just one man standing. The bomb nowhere near him. Kucha can do what he wants, but at the moment I think Dignitas have a firm enough grip on this. Maybe not. Kucha's still alive. He's found Cajun B. Oh my word, Kucha! Kucha finds Fetish. He's brought it to a 1v1. This is unbelievable play. He's got the bomb, he's got time, and he's only got Zipnix standing in between him and another round on the board. 4 kills. But will he go for B? He's got the time, he can do whatever he wants. You can see Zipnix is just waiting it out. Playing very cautiously here. Zipnix knows the gravity of this one. Kucha taking his time. He could be going up towards B ramp, he could go towards A. He's got 25 seconds. He can't double fake this. Next move is all in. It looks like it's going to be going towards A. 20 seconds. Keep your eye on that time. That is still a vital part, and Zipnix yet to move. He still might be thinking it's a B push, and he's going to have a rude awakening. Bomb going down. Zipnix still yet to react. There we have it. And I've got to say it, Kucha's going to have time to set up here. Get into the position he wants. Zipnix going through CT. Kucha pierce. Oh, lovely shot from Zipnix. Finally holding on for Dignitas, but that was a dangerous time.
It was. They got pushed down to 1. Cajun B got caught up in the bird's nest on the hole in the wall there. He didn't really want to be there. He got the first 2 kills. He helped. He helped with was it? No, it was Dupree. The pair of them picked up 4 frags between them, I think. And they were very happy at that point. But then he got stuck there. And Kusha picked them off and then got himself a couple of frags and really turned that round on its head. And we move on to the next round. But Zipnix will rest easy at winning that round for his team. 9-4 the score. And Markelov or Adren, I'm not sure which one it was that tossed that down there. It's going to be Dozier who'll pick up the first frag. Fetish down, and they push down long A. Dozier gets himself his second. Nice work. Zipnix out for the count, and Dignitas have lost 2 over by A. The push is going to be 2 long and 2 catwalk coming in, and Adren will be the one to spot that the bomb site is wide open, and Dignitas, the furthest man forward, is this man we're watching, Cajun B, who's in CT spawn, and Dig decide, despite having 3, they're up against plenty of armed men that they cannot challenge. And that will make it 9-5 to Dignitas with 1 round left in the half.
I'm not sure what to make of either team yet. I don't think we've seen them quite get into their full swing. I think Dust 2 is a map unto itself. I don't think you can ever read too much into these into this map just yet.
I think Dignitas will be pretty happy with their first
half.
Oh
god, yeah. Dignitas will be happy, but I wouldn't say they look as strong as any other, I wouldn't put them miles ahead of any other team in this point at the moment. I think they're doing well, but I always find it very hard to read, especially against HellRaisers on any T side. I've always found it a little bit hard to predict the overall kind of outcome, but we are seeing a double AWP, famous, strange setup from the CT side. Not sure what Fetish can get. He's just chilling with a pistol, but fully geared out, fully stacked for HellRaisers in the last round here in the first half of this best of 3 in the playoffs. As Device will be going for that mid-peak. He is going to find it. That's Angel down, so they didn't have an AWP, but Angel certainly could be a very impactful player, so him being removed early on is beautiful to see. Now Cajun B switching up towards long. He's had a little bit of a scuffle there, but no real damage caused. So, 5v4, Dren, Dozier, Kucha, and Markelov left alive. And the T-side just biding their time. Seems like this is what they normally do when they go towards short and they make their A presence known, but Adren flashing, smoking over towards mid. You see the 2 players still present down on long from Dignitas, and Zipnix gets drawn through. They're just toying with the idea of going through there, not going to fully go for it. They're making so much noise here. 50 seconds left, and literally no CT side has lost a flicker of health at the moment. Smoke through to CT. It looks like it's going to be the B push, but Device has found Kucha. 3 men now stand for HellRaisers. This looks like it's going to be another Dignitas round. Finally, Dozier comes into the action, but it's too little too late. Device has found Markelov, and now just Dozier is alive, and that man can do nothing with 4 players still staring at him, and 10-5 on the half in favor to the CT side. Now, you know, I think we're seeing the general thing here of Dozier. How hard can you carry? 12-12 for his team. Everyone else a little bit quieter.
Adren, fodder.
Yeah, not having the best performances there, but you could say the same for Fetish. She was only on 4 kills, but you know,
you're not fodder when your team's winning.
Yeah, that's the point. But you know, we'll see how it goes. I think overall, T-side might be having that horrible role where you're never in the position to do particularly well. But as we saw on the stats, that was kind of true yesterday. So hopefully they can step up.
Beautiful stage here in Katowice where the players are set up and ready to go. Sean Charles was telling us when he came back from the main stage, the atmosphere was electric.
Yeah.
And, he felt alive for the first time in months, stood in front of all of those people. So fantastic atmosphere here. And really, I was outside early on. You can see in the top right of your picture there just the volume of people. Just ignore that they're wearing Timo hats. The volume of people that are here. For this event, you do get that horrible American phrase that I hate to say, nerd chills. You get them.
I didn't want to say it. It was literally all over Twitter. As soon as the show went live, as soon as the IEM introduction even went live, nerd chills just went down Twitter. It's true though. The thing at this event, that when you can hear the music, you can hear the crowd, even the players when they scream so damn loudly. We're not even in the main room here, and we can hear it all. And there's just so many people here.
There are the CS fans. Look at them, beautiful people.
They're much better other ones.
Wow,
over that
I was
side,
just
the Timo hat.
Yeah.
You were saying to me offline, you know, when we weren't on air, you're like, God, we've got dashing fans here. But you know, it's very true. But no, it is nice seeing CS obviously back on a stage like this. And let's have a quick look, obviously, at the teams head-to-head, and I do love the way at the back there Kucha looks. He looks like he's just walked into the wrong thing. It's fantastic. But Dozier as well, completely oblivious to what's going on. He's having a great time, however. It doesn't matter what he looks like or what he does in the pictures. He turns up in games and absolutely destroys. So 10-5 on the half. Dignitas now on the T side. HellRaisers on the CT side. Takes away. So
here we go. HellRaisers, if they have any aspirations of winning this map, are going to have to deliver here on this pistol. As Zipnix and KGB for Dignitas will make a very quick rush through the B tunnels and push to engage over towards the 2 players who pushed down Catwalk and forced them all the way back, as Dignitas' early engagements have forced a bit of a retreat, but not too much. Adren and Markelov sat on the other side of those double doors. As you can see, they'll rattle off a few shots, but it's Fetish who will land the first frag of the second half, dropping Angel. And Fetish now will push up over towards the A site, pushes in, someone says hello. It was Markelov that came to say hello and greet the Dignitas players. Zipnix greets Adren in the same way Adren has been greeted all game, which is with death. And the bomb planted. Kusha now starting to rally, but it wasn't enough. And that is 11-5 Dignitas. Pistol round that they never looked like losing.
No, that's a problem there. And looking at the scoreboard, Cajun B 20-5. Now I think a lot of us looked towards Nuke yesterday, and you know it's very easy to overlook a performance on Nuke, especially on the CT side. And it was Cajun B doing absolutely brilliantly, very much top of the scoreboard against iBuyPower, I believe, but doing it here as well. Brilliant stuff. We're seeing a bit of a mixed bag coming out from the T side though. Galil in the mix, a couple of P90s. An AK and just a pistol for Fetish, so a bit of a mixed lot, but maybe just taking their time. Dozier obviously receiving a little bit of damage. Nothing yet really going for this one. The bomb's yet to really spawn as well from T-side, so even with the weaponry, very cautious. You can see a bit of a stack from the CTs towards that middle area. Adren, Kucha and Markelov all fairly eyes trained here. You want to see the fire coming towards Shaw. That's a nice little pickup there. Adren finding Fetish and Markelov onto Device. They're doing real damage to these guys. CT side is, however, desperately tagged up. Adren 1 HP, Dozier 47, but Kucha 15. Angel still, though, did try and do the damage, finding Cajun B, but did go down into his Galil, brought back to a 3v3. So, Dozier coming through. Looking for a shot, not connecting with that Deagle, and oh, Cajun B's going to pick that one up easily. Adren, 1 HP, he can barely do anything with 100. This is going to be just making it worse. He has myself a P90, so it might be time to run away with that if he can escape. But Kucha still wants a piece. Well, he's been met with Dupree, the bomb's down, the T side. They've got this one in the bag pretty much. As much as I love to see Adren doing a 1v3 on 1 HP, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, he's going to enjoy his P90 and just
Who
escape.
doesn't enjoy a P90?
GoldenEye. 12-5, this is going to be the Dignitas, and they're roaring away. Second map will be Mirage. That'll be where probably the HellRaisers' attentions will now begin to focus. This map is really starting to slip away from them. They're going to have, by the time it gets to the buy round, assuming a full successful conversion, it'll be 13-5, and they'll have just 3 rounds to save it. So we'll see. The margin for error is getting lower and lower as we move on to Dignitas' second pistol round conversion, you would assume, as they will move in. And Dozier has been given that P90. Let's see what he has to offer with it. Fetish with that AWP will push through. There's Dupree ready to lead the assault for him, and it'll be Adren who does see that first action and is mowed down. Got himself a big kill onto KHB though, so he's done his job. But Kusha wasn't able to back him up. Markov will look to come through, and Device is the man watching Dignitas' 6, and he will see action eventually as Markov falls back, and Angel will get picked off. It leaves just Dozier and Markov left standing, 150 points of health between them, both of them stuck in those lower bottom B tunnels, and that leaves the pair of them just thinking, could we get out of this with a gun? If that would be nice. But it's going to go to 13-5, and the Danes flying high.
Very much so. Perfect start to their second day. Absolutely perfect. Yes, it's a best of 3, so this can all be changed over. You look at it from yesterday, this is Dignitas being phenomenal, but they've got it down to it on another map after this, if they get that far. Obviously, we do now finally having the guns coming from the CT side. Let's not write them off just yet, but obviously, you know, for any team sitting on 13-5, this is what you want. This is absolutely ideal for them. Very confident start. And they even said, you know, getting through the groups has regained them their confidence overall since you're having a disappointing couple of performances. So, you know, this is what they needed, and this is the perfect way to continue it. Hopefully, they can keep this going as Kucha will be spraying down. He does manage to pick up 1. That's Cajun B down. He's going to have Adren helping out with Zipnix, but Device and Dupree coming in strong towards that B site. We are seeing the likes of Dozier and Angel quickly rotating through, dropping out the flashes, trying to hold them back. They have denied it, you know, a bit of an early cross there, and Device and Dupree are fairly low, so Dozier now, the danger man, could really do some damage here. Hearing up through the window. Smoke's gonna hold him back, and you can see in the B tunnels there, no real commitment. As Dupree is going to try and get that bomb down, but Angel dropping over the grenade. Not to great avail, however, as CT side finding it hard to get any sort of route in here. Dozier splitting through the lower B tunnels. Fetish just dispatches of him. As now Markov and Angel, the last two standing, good chunk of health left with these guys. They're in a good spot, but they're backing the hell away. There's no point going into this one. The T side was set up in that side, the bomb was down, and obviously they don't know 13 HP, 18 HP. So smart move by HellRaisers, but beautifully played from Dignitas.
Yeah, nice entry from Dignitas there, and it's going to set them up on 14, and that's what's really, you know, made the decision for this retreat here. Going into that round without any weapons whatsoever would have left them staring down at match point. So yeah, they get out with an AWP, and that's a big, big factor for them. It's going to keep Markov very much in the game. Maybe use him to lock down one site. They bought a FAMAS to go for Kusha, and we'll see what they've got to offer, but this isn't going to be an easy round for the HellRaisers either. They've gone all in. If they lose this, it's game over. Fetish will have spied through. Markov has a massive role to play. They've pushed him down long A. They're moving everyone else on the B side of A, if you will. Angel's gone all the way down catwalk. Dozier is roaming. Markov has a massive role to play in locking down this this area, and here's Device and Fetish ready to come that way. The other Dignitas players sat back. They've got 2 double doors, 1 in B tunnels, but none of them really focused on going in any direction at the moment, just seeing whether they can create an opening of their own, as Now Device will take that bomb and move it down towards the double doors, and they'll make the jump as they push up towards that catwalk. And there are 3 players there. KGB now about to round it off, and Markelov is about to see action here as he moves in with that AWP. Finds frag number 1, Device goes down. Opportunity knocks here for the HellRaisers as they stop that Dignitas attack in its tracks. As they quickly retreat back down and away. It's KGB who's managed to sneak in through the double doors. He will see action himself with 1 in spawn and 1 long. He will not get past Dozier, and Adren gets himself on the ball for the first time in a while. Kusha shuts down Fetish, and this is going to be the HellRaisers making a final stand as they will pick up a round, unanswered round as well. Get away with all 5 guns, 2 AWPs in the mix, and it'll be 14-6. HellRaisers not quite dead yet.
Yeah, and Markelov's kill there was absolutely beautiful towards short. And for a team who are sitting so close to match point, they're still being quite aggressive. They're still definitely getting to the face of the opponents and doing what they can, and that might just be what they need. They might need to just stop that confidence building for Dignitas. And right now we are watching Fetish just spamming through. Does not get a connection this time. It has the likes of Device, Dupree and Zipnix making their way up short very quickly. Only Dozier on site. And Kucha tucked in on B. Markelov has found Fetish, so bomb is loose at the top of mid. That means at least KGB's probably going to have to split off there. And if Markelov knows that, could be in trouble, but I think Markelov's just being pressured away there from those double doors. And KGB has got the bomb now for the T side, so it's time to make their move. But will it be on short? There's 3 players now here for HellRaisers. Markelov and Dozier being 2 of them. Angel down on long. It looks like they're going for it. Oh, they are jumping straight through to CT. At least one is Dupree dropping down. Markelov's already found Zipnix, but Dupree does the damage. But Markelov, that's 2. That's 3. Markelov is going big. Finally shut down by Cajun B. But there's Angel to pick up the remains. And another round on the board for HellRaisers. And Markelov is looking good.
He got 4 that round.
Wow.
Great work from Markelov there, really rolling back the years. And you have to give him a lot of credit as he keeps HellRaisers in it. And at what point can you make a pun to say Hell may be raised to pull this side through? Don't know. That wasn't me making the pun. That was me just asking the general question. When does it get appropriate to get excited and start making puns? I just don't know. Here you go. Angel going a long, long way. Pushed out, got himself the frag onto Fetish. Dozier got 1 back as well before Device got himself that 2nd frag. Zipnix got great arrow there from our observer, pointing the direction of the opposing players as they moved over towards A. But Zipnix was over there. Device got himself a frag back onto Markelov, and they've shut down Mr. Man at that last round. They trade frags again and again, and we're down to a 2-on-2 as it'll be Adren ready to go through. Zipnix waiting to push in. They've got no idea that Zipnix is up at B. And he's looking to see whether he can find some action before committing. Zipnix, oh, it was there! The goal was wide open, and he couldn't put it away. As Adren will pull back. Device is going to have a massive role here to help Zipnix out, because though Zipnix has a bomb, that's about it. As he will fall back. And now there is Device. He's going to offer the fire as Zipnix baits them through the double doors, and Device will rattle off a few shots. Nice idea. Actually didn't connect. Zipnix now will force them out. Here comes Device. 1-on-2. Can he deliver for Dignitas? First frag, he gets it. Second man's waiting through the smoke. When it clears, it's going to go boom, and Device delivers. Nice work from Device as he eggs on his opponents, and that will put Dignitas up to 15, and they are homing in on the game. 8 match points, and really nice play there from Zipnix and Device in the end.
Brilliant play. Long road back now for HellRaisers, but let's bear in mind, this is a best of 3. The first best of 3 we're going to be seeing, so everything can change. Up to now, it's all been best of 1s, but this is the playoffs. This is where one map can't define everything. But obviously, if these guys can play like this on the next, then there's certainly a good spot. So Markelov getting a little bit cheeky down short, going for the early peek there, but is met already with a good couple of flashes. As HellRaisers now need to slow it down. They're in trouble now. One more round, and it's mines to Mirage, pretty much. We are seeing the T side making their way through mid. Device down on long, joined by Fetish. The bomb's still in spawn. Let's keep that in mind. Fetish has to go back for that one, so No push forming just yet, and the attention drawn by Adren and Markloff, even Kucha by those double doors, is huge. Zipnik's not going to have an easy time if he decides he wants to peer through there. A couple of smokes and flashes, though. Oh, right on Adren, actually, as you can see with X-ray turned on. Doesn't get anything connecting. And considering how close these guys have been, no one has received a single point of damage just yet. So it looks like Cajun B and Fetish now going towards the B site. And actually, that's not a bad shout. Device, Dupree, and Zimnick's trying to make them through those double doors. Finally, the Guardian of Dren will go down to Dupree, but Zipnick's breaking through. He's going to force the rotation from HellRaisers. Markloff and Dozier, I can imagine, are pretty far away. Oh, he just tagged him on the cross. Cajun B down to 39 HP, but it's not enough to take him down. As now the CT side desperately want to get back into this, but Zipnick's lazy and wait. Oh, he's found Angel. That has not gone well. Dozier and Markloff, the two superstars, have to go big now. It's all or nothing on this map, at least. Dozier finds one, shut down by Fetish, as now it's Markloff. Needs to defuse the bomb and find two players, and Fetish finds him first. First map of Dust 2 will be going to Dignitas, and that looks like that confidence is now just building sky high.
You know, in the House of Parliament in London, you rub Winston Churchill's toe for good luck before you go in.
Right.
It seems like rubbing Fetish's head for good luck is the order of the day for Dignitas, and seems to deliver. It is a great opportunity. That's map 1. Don't go away, guys. Don't go away. Map 2's ready to come your way. It's going to be Mirage to pull this one out.
Yep.
We're going to reset up the game, so there'll be a slight break before that as well, but a lot of credit's got to go to many of those Dignitas players. Device, Zipniks, they had big halves there, Dupree as well, all took their moments that came to them. Same could be said for players like Markloff and Dozier, took their moments that came their way. But at the moment, they can't carry Adren through the finishing line. And they go through. Looks like an interesting chat going on here on stage, which we now can't see.
Look at us.
You can just look at us. Interesting chat going on here, but you can see. All we can assume is as the HellRaisers side walked up behind Dignitas that they were probably going to punch them, or there's going to be some form of a fight.
Yeah,
that's all we can assume.
You wouldn't mess with Dozier though, would you? Like Fetish looks, a bit scary, but Dozier just looks terrifying, and he can aim. So I don't think I'd mess with that guy. But just before we go to a quick break, I do want to get you guys at home involved because we haven't actually pushed that much of Twitter yet, and I want to know what people think of this game because two very different teams, two very different sets of fans. Make sure you tweet to us with the hashtag EMS One, or tweet to myself or this lovely man at the Stewpot, is it?
It is.
And at They Call Me Pansy with your predictions of the game coming up. First map is gone to Dignitas, but there's possibly 2 more. So guys, do stay tuned. We'll be back after a very short break.